Energy Bites.
Hi there, this is David Price Francis, EnergyWorlds man, and in today's Energy Bite, we're going to be talking about the mystery of the Holy Grail. Now, the Holy Grail is one of the great mysteries of the world, beginning in the origins of Christianity and the idea that Joseph of Arimathea carried this magical cup of the Last Supper all the way over to England, and it got buried in Salisbury Plain, and King Arthur then had a quest for it with the Knights of the Round Table. There's this whole mythology that goes with the Grail. Well, today I want to look at the Grail and the mystery of the Grail from an Energy World standpoint, and to demonstrate to you that you actually personally have the Holy Grail. Now, how can I possibly say such a preposterous thing? Well, the origin of the Grail is that the cup of the Last Supper symbolized a certain level of development inside the human being, which is part of our potential, and it's to do with the switching on of our personal Grail system. And the Grail system actually resides here. It's on the shoulders. This is the shoulder of the cup, goes up the neck, and then it comes out into the head. This is actually a cup or container which is able to hold higher energetics. So the quest for the Holy Grail and the quest to find the cup of the Last Supper, it wasn't to do with finding the physical cup. It's to do with connecting to the special energetics that were present at that place at that time, which were present in the cup, in the Grail of Jesus the Christ. And that higher energetic he then passed on to his disciples. And they portray that with the fact of little tongues of living fire, some kind of special energy coming out of the head. So the Grail is one of the original symbols of Christianity. And a really important feature is it's a feminine symbol. Christianity got taken over largely later by masculine dominated priesthood. It got carried over into Rome, and it became very patriarchal, became very red in its nature, just like the cardinals wear the red hats and the red cloaks. Original Christianity was much more on a blue frequency, feminine frequency. That's why we find qualities such as peace and love and forgiveness. These are blue, feminine natured qualities, and they belong with the symbol of the cup. They also belong with the original symbol of the cross, which is the cross that represents the energies of the planet. Nothing to do with crucifixion. The cross was the energies of the planet. So these early Christian symbologies are to do with a feminine power. Now, a fascinating thing, if we take the word Grail and we do a shape shift, as I call it, we anagram the letters. Every letter has its own meaning. So when we take the letters in a particular word, rearrange them, we find other words that it's closely related to. The word Grail has a very specific message. It says a girl, a feminine nature of development. So what happens is that the cup formation is a holding and receiving formation. A masculine formation is more like a rod, like an obelisk or a steeple. That would be a transmissive rod formation. The cup is for receiving. So the cup of the head is designed to be able to receive higher energetics, which come from the higher end of the energy worlds. When those energetics enter the human head, enter our head, it switches on parts of the brain and mind system that otherwise remain dormant. Those higher energetics, as we saw in our video on the pineal gland, cause the pineal gland to activate, and that creates a golden yellow glow or halo around the head. So there's a definite relationship between the Grail formation in a person, higher energetics entering, switching on that pineal gland and creating that glorious yellow glow around the head. So the Holy Grail isn't something that is to be found buried under the ground somewhere in Wiltshire or in Salisbury Plain. It's actually something which you personally have. Every person watching this video, you have your own Grail. Here it is. There's the shoulders of the cup. Here's the neck. And here is the cup itself. And what activates the Grail, and what's important, is the energies that come to fill the cup. And when we can fill our cup with high level energy, we produce a bright light in our energy field that radiates out into the energy worlds of the planet and does all kinds of good things. And this is the real quest to fulfill the mystery of the Holy Grail. That's the real stuff that Arthur Pendragon and the Knights of the Round Table were chasing. They weren't chasing a physical cup. They were chasing the energies that fill the cup. That quest continues today. You can engage with that quest right now because those energies are still here and are waiting for you and they can enter your grail and switch on your higher faculties and produce that golden glow in your life. So this is David Price Francis, Energy Worlds Man. Hope you enjoyed this presentation on the Holy Grail. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now.
See you soon.